when you examine attributes around you. Reason being the leftover personality that is going to be necessary to examine them in the first place. In order to make this a successful journey for you, we have therefore decided, as explained in the previous exercise, to use the water in the body as an intermediate. The beautiful thing about water is that it cannot contain any energy formations for much longer than the moment they are being observed. So water as a multidimensional, interdimensional tool will take on itself any form, any shape, any energy pattern that comes from fourth dimensional pockets of energy. And if used consciously, the water in the body will neutralize these things without having to dump the remainders of the old energy patternings anywhere else than back into the neutrality of the energy surrounding you. This is a very different way of creation than once existed on this planet, and we will have to try and work with you on many levels in order to make these things clear. Because I know that in this moment many of you are struggling to follow my words, to understand what I'm saying and to see the consequences of this. But I promise you, with some training and some expertise built along the way, you will notice how easy these things become. There is another topic that I would like to discuss tonight as we join here together. It has to do, beloved Messiah, with your lives. As you look to your lives in the coming days, and as you will be doing these exercises of removing the attributes from your life, you will notice that it will become more and more impossible to hold on to the life that you once knew. This is not a threat, this is a simple truth, and I will even go as far as to say that those amongst you that know that they are truly on a fast journey, those that truly have stepped into the status of initiates, will understand that my words are true, for they will see the changes occurring in their life. It is impossible, beloved initiates, to keep your life the way it was before you discovered the truth. Because in its discovery, you must realize that everything that was not this truth was a lie. And lies are often based on conditional love, conditional joy, conditional freedom, and conditional relation, which is the opposite of truth. Conditional relationships, not necessarily always with people, are relationships that are charged by attributes, and as such the attraction to an object or person was only generated from the initial attributes. This was the reason why the Matrix designed to have an object or a person come into your life. Now, of course, many memories have been built around that conditional initiation of love, joy, freedom, or relation. However, it is the job of each initiate to dare to be bold and to be truthful and to recognize these things in your life for what they are. There are reasons that hold you back, Messiah. There are many reasons that hold you back, and the worst reasons will always be found in the humans surrounding you. This is the time, Messiah, to become more selfish than ever before and to question yourself daily. Is this the path I want? We have been very open in our last few communications to you, and over the last few years, I might say, We have been very open with you, sharing with you more and more information about this process. And always have we been frank. What this path would entail has not been a secret. You knew that this day would come where you would indeed have to step away like you have never stepped away before. The reason why I mention this in this specific message of mine is that once you start working with these attributes and their removal out of your reality, you will notice how your relation will change. Because throughout these changes, more and more of the relation which was conditional between you and an object or a person will be broken, and truth will begin to emerge. When this truth is not recognized for what it is, the path to universal love, joy and freedom will be an impossible one to walk. Now, when this Alchemy of Ascension series initially began, there was the being known as Lorien, who spoke to you, and who will shortly speak to you yet again. The being known as Lorien introduced itself as the first of the Akunai, living in the 13th quantum dimension, beginning the path of definition, and told you that humanity, together with many other races, had stepped onto the White Bridge, leading to the White Gate, a metaphor, you could say, in less words, for ascension. However, this bridge is more than just a metaphor. It is something very real. It is bridging a chasm between two realities. One is your linear human reality, and the other is your humane ascension reality. Both realities do not mix, for many reasons, one of which being that the linear reality exists within the world of vibration and frequency, and most assuredly, the ascension reality exists in a tonal universe, which encompasses the vibrational, linear, frequential reality. This being said, it must be clear to you that there is more out there than the lifetimes you have lived here on this earth, and it is a difficult thing for many to accept. However, the time for its accepting it has arrived. It is time to realize that there are many aspects still present within your life that will now have to move away. If not, these exercises that we will go into in the coming times will not work for you. They will work for a while, and slowly and gradually spiritual mind and personality will increase and generate subfrequential pockets of reality for you. As such, these exercises that we will go into, such as the exercise of attribute removal, are quite dangerous if you are not serious about this path. They are dangerous because they will push you deeper into subfrequential pockets of reality when practiced from the wrong angle. Maybe I should have said that before we started this whole discussion, but then again, you know. Now, how can we make sure that these exercises are carried out to the point of perfection? In other words, how can you, Imzaya, know that these things are being practiced by you in a perfect way? How can you know when you are in personality practicing them, or when you are in consciousness practicing them? There could be many ways that I could answer this question, of course, and it is a question that has been sent in by many of you in the last few months. I will answer it right here. The best way to go into a state of consciousness is to remove yourself from any attributes connected to your personality before you start acting out this exercise. This means that you could go into dream time, for instance, into sleep, as such leaving the body and exercise this particular training upon re-entry, immediately upon re-entry. This will mean that you will have to devise a trigger for yourself, and